Welcome back to the Gridiron Expert. So we finished our Big Ten football predictions, and as always, I'm going to give you a recap of my conference standings and who I think will end up winning the entire Big Ten. So let's just get started. So here are my projected conference standings for the Big Ten. As I always say, I'm not going to go through and tell you who beats who. You can go back and watch all the videos for that. But I'm going to give a little recap of what I think is going to happen. Everything looks clean. Everything looks straightforward. Whoever has the best conference record is ranked higher than the other, except for right here between Michigan State and Indiana. Although Michigan State has a worse record than Indiana, they do own the tiebreaker over them, and therefore they will jump into the conference standings. And that's just how conference standings, the tiebreakers work. Since they both have a 4-5 record in conference, because of their head-to-head, Michigan State would jump Indiana there. But other than that, the West is exactly how it should be in terms of projected standings. And I think everything it plays out. The top two teams in both divisions are 12-0 and then 10-2. So those will be really fun ones to watch. I do have my projected Big Ten championship. That's going to be Ohio State and Wisconsin. And I'll tell you who's going to win that here in a little bit. In terms of confidence meters, as I've said earlier, I don't feel as confident in my Purdue or Illinois predictions. I'm going to keep them at 2 and 10 for now, but I don't feel as extremely confident as them as I do on others. I know a lot of people disagree with Michigan being 8-4. 6-3 in conference is not bad. I could see them winning an additional game, maybe over Florida or something to get it back to 9-3. But in the end, I think third in the East Division is reasonable because Ohio State and Penn State are going to be superior this year. Michigan State bounces back from that 3-9 season. Indiana finishes not quite where they want to in the standings, but still a good season under their first-year head coach, finishing 7-5. Iowa takes a bit of a step down, finishes 6-6. I feel like Minnesota and Nebraska are about in the right spot after getting a new head coach at Minnesota. Nebraska losing a bunch of starters, so I think 7-5, 5-4 in conference is reasonable. And then Northwestern obviously being the surprise team here, finishing second in the West. And really, 2 games do separate them in Wisconsin. And so really, if they can defeat Wisconsin, they would own the tiebreaker, and so they would be able to jump them and play in that championship. But I don't think that's going to happen for now. But other than that, things are looking really good. I think these standings are pretty reasonable, as we all know. And as I've said, Maryland and Rutgers, Purdue and Illinois, I think would end up finishing towards the bottom of the standings no matter what. The records could be a little different, but I don't see any of these guys making a bowl. The team that I do think could make a bowl out of those 4 would be Maryland. But as of right now, I'm not calling for that. Down here, my Big Ten championship, I have Ohio State versus Wisconsin, both undefeated. Can you imagine how epic that would be? These guys would more than likely be in the top 4. It would be just like, in my opinion, the Michigan State-Iowa Big Ten championship we had a few years ago. The winner is guaranteed a spot in the college football playoff. I think it's going to be a thriller. They do not meet in the regular season, obviously. And in the end, though, I think Ohio State will defeat Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship and be 13-0 going into the college football playoff. So we'll have to wait and see. But, I think in terms of the talent both of these teams have and the very favorable schedule that both these teams had, 12-0 is reasonable. If a team is going to lose one game, I think it would be Wisconsin. They would be the one to lose one, but I don't see that happening right now. But I think that Big Ten championship would be epic between 2 12-0 teams with the winner going to the college football playoffs. So I think that's it. We're going to start our Big 12 predictions soon, so please continue to stay tuned, and please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos. And we'll see you next time on the Gridiron Expert.